Well, the Hornets are back on the road again, and can tonight be the night that they can replicate their form at Vicarage Road on their travels? The players take the knee ahead of kick-off. No supporters as Nottingham is still in Tier 3, so we are still behind closed doors at the City Ground tonight. But, referee David Webb from Lancashire is just about happy. It's going to be Forest to get us underway in their red shirts, white shorts and red socks. The Hornets in their home strip, yellow and black shirts, black shorts, black socks. Now Lolly has released Arter, and Arter is into the Watford penalty area, left-hand side, cuts it back to the edge of the penalty area, and it's shanked wide. Well, it was Ribeiro, in fact, on the overlap, and then Arter on the edge of the penalty area, who couldn't control his effort. Ribeiro and Arter and Capoue inside the penalty area, trying to nod it goalwards. But, it was all a bit on the stretch for Forest, but it was a good break again down the left-hand side. Lolly involved. Now Ngakia works it forward for Sarr, up against Ribeiro again, into the feet of João Pedro. Neat 1-2, Sarr's cross towards the far post, and it has to be turned behind by Cyrus Christie for the first corner of the night.
Yeah, good play. Really tight, sharp pass in there. I'd have liked to have seen Feminir put that in with his right foot and whip it in towards the goalkeeper's chest and let our strikers get across.
Garner with the corner. Low in towards the near post. Volleyed away by Ribeiro, and as far as Quina. Little Cruyff turn onto his left foot, and then his cross, which the goalkeeper just gets fingertips to. Pedro tries to turn it goalwards, and it's hit Samba, the Forest goalkeeper, on the edge of his 6-yard box, and goes behind for a corner on the other side. Hardly convincing that from the Forest goalkeeper.
Good play from Quina. Turned down the cross on his right foot, had the confidence to do it with his left foot, and that's, you know, we need those balls into the box.
And now Quina into the feet of Deeney, who looks to help it into the penalty area to João Pedro, who couldn't take it in his stride. Lovely flick that from Troy Deeney. And João Pedro with a better first touch might just have been in there, but just spun away from him and through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a difficult ball to control. But for me, he can take that, control it with his left foot and hit it with his right foot.
Knockart dummies it. Will be Arter with his right foot, low in towards the near post, into the side netting. And just like the Hornets, Forest haven't taken advantage there of a set piece in a reasonable position. Feminir forces Knockart further away from goal, but plays a lovely reverse ball into the box. Here's Capoue looking to turn. Capoue with a cross to the far post. Here's Lolly, takes a touch, and his shot is dragged wide. It took a touch off Jeremy Ngakia, and Forest have their first corner. Well, Knockart took his time, but then played a lovely ball into the penalty area, and Capoue with an extravagant cross. There's Ribeiro on the left-hand touchline. Forest have another throw, but there won't be time to take that one. As referee David Webb blows the half-time whistle at the City Ground. No goals in this first period. A familiar tale on the road for the Hornets, you have to say. Well, no changes from either head coach at the interval. But it's the Hornets that get us underway in this second period, playing from left to right as we look at things. Here's Garner on the halfway line for Watford, chipping the ball forward, looking for Sarr. It's headed away by Worrell, but only as far as João Pedro, and he goes for goal. Well, direct that from Watford, and from João Pedro in particular. But 3 or 4 yards wide of the target, but
there's no prizes for what's been said at half-time. Get some shots away and hit the target.
Luton 3, Norwich 1. Christie into the Watford penalty area, looking for Lolly. Ngakia is able to clear, and then Taylor fires over the bar. And Ngakia, though, so nearly caught napping there by Joe Lolly, who nicked it off his toe initially, and Ngakia just recovered in time to get there ahead of Joe Lolly. It was half a shout for a penalty, and then Taylor thumped it over the bar from 15 yards.
Yeah, really strange defending, just didn't want to use his left foot.
Joe Lolly, 15 yards outside the penalty area, has to wait for support outside him. It's provided by Ribeiro. Evades Chalobah, and then does get across in Taylor at the near post, heads it wide. But this has been a good start to the second half from Nottingham Forest. 12.5 minutes played. Second half chance for Lyle Taylor. He was in front of the near post, so couldn't get his head round it. Goes behind for a Watford goal kick.
Whether in personnel, certainly in shape.
And Ngakia with a cross into the box, and João Pedro volleys it across the 6-yard box. But, no one there to be able to apply a finishing touch, and Forest have a throw in their right back position. And Forest bring it away with Capoue over the halfway line, sprinting at Cathcart and Kabasele, leaving it to Taylor on his right hand side. Lyle Taylor up against Cathcart. Low ball in, looking for Capoue again, just too far ahead of him, and goes behind. Capoue leading the charge for Nottingham Forest, and Taylor so nearly found him.
I think it's the old adage, strikers know what type of crosses that strikers want, and Lyle Taylor on that occasion, he's putting a wonderful ball right across.
Now Deeney, just inside the Forest half, chips it forward, looking for João Pedro, headed away though by Figueiredo. Deeney's first to it again though. Deeney attacking the edge of the penalty area, takes matters into his own hands, shoots off Figueiredo behind for a corner.
I think he just delayed on the shot a little bit there. You could see he took the touch on his chest, and it sat up nicely for him. Probably thought about hitting it first time, and perhaps he should have done. You can see the rip on his shirt, that's how much defending he's doing.
Kabasele treads on the ball, now Chalobah. Forest complaining that Arthur was still down, he's now back on his feet, and Sarr can run at Ribeiro. Ismaïla Sarr, cross towards the near post, Worrell gets there, but it comes to Deeney. Deeney's shot is wide at the left-hand post. Forest players run to the referee because they're angry about that challenge from Chalobah. First,
he's just got to hit the
target for Troy Deeney, and he's a foot wide. Another flick on from Deeney. João Pedro helps it on, but that will be that. And a familiar tale, we said it at half-time and we'll say it again at full-time, a familiar tale on the road for the Hornets this season. They draw a blank again, one away win now in 16 for the Hornets, but it's another point on the road, and if they keep winning at home, then they will certainly be up amongst the upper echelons of the Championship table. 0-0 at the City Ground.
Click here for more videos.